What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Thursday, August 11th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 6-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. I like Merrill Kelly. He's pitching against the low salary batting team, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Merrill Kelly giving up a .632 OPS versus lefties, a .731 OPS versus righties, a .722 OPS versus switch hitters. So he's a pretty balanced pitcher, facing a balanced lineup, 3 lefties, 4 righties, 2 switch hitters. Now the Pirates have only hit 1 of his last 11 pitches. It's a small sample size, but a good start. Merrill Kelly is $10,100 FanDuel salary, $1,000 less on DraftKings, averaging 32 fantasy points per game on the season. He's been on fire, scoring 34, 49, and 55 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He has an ERA of 2.86. Record is 10-5, pitching an average of 92 pitches per game. So I like Merrill Kelly here versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. I like Derek Hall with a 40% batting advantage over Edward Cabrera. Derek Hall batting a .960 OPS versus righty pitchers. Edward Cabrera pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .756 OPS versus lefties. There's no at-bats versus Cabrera yet. Derek Hall is $3,400 FanDuel salary, 100 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, has a batting average of .274. So I like Derek Hall here versus Edward Cabrera. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I like Jose Iglesias. He's got an 8% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Dakota Hudson. Jose Iglesias batting a .714 OPS versus righty pitchers. Dakota Hudson pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 16% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .797 OPS versus righties. Now, Jose Iglesias is 1 for 4 here versus Hudson. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. He's $3,200 FanDuel salary, 1,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He's been on fire, scoring fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. And he has a batting average of .318, so I like Jose Iglesias here versus Dakota Hudson. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. Here's a value play. I like Elehuris Montero. He's got a 46% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Dakota Hudson. Elehuris Montero batting 30% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .875 OPS versus righties. Dakota Hudson, we know, is pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 16% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .797 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats versus Hudson yet. Elhuris Montero, only $2,700 FanDuel salary, same price on DraftKings. Now he's averaging 7 fantasy points per game on the season, but he's been on fire, scoring fantasy points in all of his last 5 games, nothing under a 9, and he's got a batting average of .297. So I like Elhuris Montero here versus Dakota Hudson. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the shortstop position? Here's a value play. Take a look at Nick Maton with a 21% batting advantage over Edward Cabrera. Nick Maton batting 13% better versus righty pitchers, batting a 1.518 OPS versus righties. Edward Cabrera, he's pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .756 OPS versus lefties. There's no at-bats versus Cabrera yet. Nick Maton, only $2,000 FanDuel salary, $1,200 more on DraftKings. Now, of course, this is a limited sample size, but he's averaging 23 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, has a batting average of .600, so he's off to an amazing start here, and his salary has not caught up to his performance. So I like Nick Maton here versus Edward Cabrera. Okay, moving on to the outfield position, I like Oscar Gonzalez. This is another value play. He's got a 60% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Garrett Hill. Oscar Gonzalez batting 23% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .842 OPS versus righties. Garrett Hill pitching his worst ball by far to righty batters, 37% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .941 OPS versus righties. Now there's no at-bats versus Hill yet, but Oscar Gonzalez, only $2,500 FanDuel salary, $900 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He has scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, and he has a batting average of .297, so I like Oscar Gonzalez here versus Garrett Hill. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.